All right. Let's see. Checking. Mic check one, two. Guys, let me know in the comments. We're waiting people to arrive. Let me know how's the sound check, how we're doing. We're going to talk about something very, very important, especially with the election coming up. We got a lot to talk about, a couple of items to get through. Very important items. It's important to know the situation, to know what the truth is about what's going on and what's the actual show, It's like I've always mentioned, there is a show being put on, right? It's everything that we see, that y'all see, what the political world here in Eagle Pass allows us to glimpse into. Now, that's only awesome. Thank you. Sounds going good. All right. So, again, there's always that what you guys know, what we know, what everyday people know, what we see, right? And that's the optics of everything because what they show us is only a portion of what is actually the truth, and that that goes pretty much for anything in this case. Whenever media shows you something, they tend to show you a perspective, and I think that is unfair at times, and sometimes it can influence us in different ways. But moving on from that prequel, if you want to call it, we have important information for everybody joining us tonight, and we thank y'all. We're going to take the opportunity right now to ask you guys to please like this podcast, share it if you can. At the very least, drop a comment. All of that helps this message get across. Guys, it's episode 41. Wow, 41 already, right? Who would have thought? Who would have thought back at 2, 3, 4 years ago when the Eagle Pass news leader tried to write an article about us, say that let's see how long he's going to be doing news or how long he'll last doing news, how long he'll last doing grants. And hey, we're still here. I love it. Anyways, guys, episode 41, the Maverick Times podcast, the concerns from mayoral candidate Monica Cruz's campaign. We've been hearing time and time again, and this is, we heard a few things that were going on before the general election, and now it seems like everything is coming. All the information's flooding out, man. Everything is leaking. It's the pipes are old. They're not well maintained, and when you don't, when you have old pipes that you don't maintain, they'll bust on you, man, causing all sorts of leaks. And that's what we're here to tell you guys, show you guys, just in case if you guys missed it. We know that you have full time jobs, have kids. You guys may not have the time to keep up with some of these things that we keep up with for you, and we appreciate you guys for following us for that same reason. So again, as we dive in to the campaign concerns that Monica Cruz has been exhibiting over the time. Especially, one of the things that everybody needs to notice the difference between the candidates is that one has been there for 4 years as a councilwoman, and the other mayor candidate is just coming into trying to be there with the city council, right? So it's a big difference. One of them has a track record of what they did while they were in city council. They've already been given the opportunity, the 4 years to do something positive in our community. So that's the big difference here is that one person has been there 4 years, has had an opportunity to do many things. What have they done? That's exactly why it may look like we're picking on one side or the other, but I mean, as a true journalist, you should be picking at candidates based on their track record and what they have done publicly. What they have done publicly. So that's what we've been doing here, is showing you who has been in city council. Monica Cruz, no longer a city councilwoman, but she is running for mayor. But she has 4 years for us, you guys, to question. All right, it's a big difference between who was a city councilwoman not too long ago and a new guy that's coming in that's running for city council. Now, again, he was at the hospital district, but he was the chair. In that or in that situation, he is a non-voting member of that board, right? So you tell me, what exactly can we scrutinize about this guy when doesn't have a voting record? Now, who does have a voting record? Monica Cruz, the former councilwoman, mayor candidate. She has a voting record, 4 years as a councilwoman. She made votes such as voting in favor and making the motion to grant and assist Empire Industrial Park with $100 million loan. That is that these people, this organization, this entity, is not going to be paying any increase of taxes, property taxes, that I know you guys get increased. Your property taxes get increased on an annual basis every year. They're going to have it frozen for the next 50 years. It's never going to go up anymore. How is that fair for you guys? And not only that, again, this is the voting track record of former Councilwoman Monica Cruz, who also made the motion to assist Empire Industrial Park with $100 million loan on the backs of taxpayers' monies, on you guys. That you guys are never going to see any tax base from them other than the frozen tax rate that they're getting. Wouldn't you residents like to have your taxes frozen for 50 years? Not pay anything extra? Because the appraisal district is wilding out, guys. Let's be honest. Every damn year, they're appraising our houses at $20,000, $30,000 increases without any improvements being done to your damn structure. I mean, it's ridiculous right now what the appraisal district is doing. I applaud those entities such as the city and the county that have reduced our taxes, but when the appraisal district continues to skyrocket our values, which is a double-edged sword, guys, because we do want our property values to go up. It's a good investment. But on the other hand, you're paying those property taxes and that increase that goes up that was done by that appraisal district. It's a crazy situation, but that's the situation with the appraisal district, with the taxes and all that. Now, former councilwoman Monica Cruz made that motion. She's the one who voted and assisted Empire Industrial Park in receiving or going to receive $100 million loan with their property taxes frozen. So they're not going to pay you any extra property taxes, guys. For the next 50 years, you're stuck at that, whatever they're going to be making money, and they're still going to be paying the city of Eagle Pass the property taxes the same. Now, guys, help me out in the comments. Would you guys like to have your property taxes frozen for 50 years and not pay the same rate what you're paying right now for the next 50 years? Drop in the comments. Let me know if you would like that same preferential treatment that the former councilwoman Monica Cruz showed the Empire Industrial Park. Great favor. I mean, hell, if y'all want to sign me up for $100 million loan and help me secure that too, sign me up, right? Let us know in the comments what you think about that, guys. On to a little bit of some new stuff. This is, I mean, you guys knew that. We already talked about this. There's several other items on here that we need to talk about that is very important. This is, what we're seeing out here. This is from our point of view, our perspective. Nothing but the truth about what's happening. But of course, we offer you what we think about the situation. So, just recently, the councilwoman Monica Cruz. Just recently, the councilwoman Monica Cruz, former councilwoman Monica Cruz, made a political campaign video. She made this video, I believe it was yesterday, where she goes on to say that she wants to do something about these abandoned buildings in our downtown area, throughout our community or throughout the city of Eagle Pass. So she makes this big old video, tries to make it a point where we have a problem of, abandoned buildings. Of course, they're a blight. Something needs to be done about abandoned buildings. And she's trying to make this a political point. How many of you guys saw that video out there? It just recently came out where she says she came up with this grand idea and that she's gonna do something about these abandoned buildings in the downtown area and around in the city of Eagle Pass. Let me know in the comments if you've heard this video and saw it earlier. My question is, guys, and this should be your question too. Remember when I just mentioned a little while ago about her being there for 4 years as a councilwoman? Why is Monica Cruz just proposing to do something about these abandoned buildings right now that she's running for mayor? She had 4 years to do something about abandoned buildings, and she never did anything. But now that she's running for mayor, and she feels that she may not win, she is promising and throwing everything she can out there. Are you kidding me? She is trying to trick everybody here. The fact is that she made a video talking about wanting to do something about abandoned buildings. Another fact, she was a city councilwoman for 4 years. Here's the perspective. If you were there for 4 years as a city councilwoman, why did you not do anything about these abandoned buildings in 4 years? Why wait until you become, until after your city council, your 4 years as city councilwoman? Why did you wait those 4 years to bring up abandoned buildings now? Those are the things that we need to be asking ourselves as residents of this community. You guys out there watching that live in the city limits should have caught that right away. Wait a minute. She was a councilwoman for 4 years. Now she wants to do something about these abandoned buildings? What about the last 4 years, Mayor candidate Monica Cruz? Were the abandoned buildings not a problem then? No, they've been a problem. They just weren't a problem that you could use to your advantage to make a political video and situation out of something that needs to be done, that you did not do for 4 years as a city councilwoman. Yet you are running for mayor now, and now you need promises. You need ideas. You need to sell yourself again to the public. And then you're coming up with something that you could have done 4 years ago as a city councilwoman? It gets worse, guys. Where is the city councilwoman these past 4 years doing anything about these abandoned houses? Along those same lines, you had Monica Cruz making a video, the mayor candidate Monica Cruz making a video out over there by El Indio Highway trying to explain that it's the county that has not done anything about the flooding situation. Monica Cruz was the planning director at one point for the county. Nothing was ever done about that flooding situation while she was the county planner. But throughout that whole time, she was a city councilwoman. Again, City of Eagle Pass has an ETJ, extraterritorial jurisdiction. I believe it's 5 miles out of the city limit line that the city can assist and the county can work together through interlocal agreements to avoid situations such as that. Now, I would say former Councilwoman Monica Cruz, you also know that the city does have a drainage fee that they charge city residents. And whether you want to accept it or not, the majority of our city residents drive through that area that gets flooded. That's a fact. So why has the city not done anything about that flooding situation when you are collecting drainage fees from every resident here through the city resident through the water bill? They're collecting $2 to $3 to work on drainage. Yet we still lost a life. We still lost a life with that flooding, and it happened in city limits. I would pose that question to former city councilwoman Monica Cruz, is that if the city is collecting this drainage fee, why can't the city do something that could have prevented a death, a young man's death? Now, there could have been very simple remedies to the location down on Roosevelt Street. Maybe those things could have saved a life. I mean, we don't know. What we do know is who was there for 4 years, who is collecting a drainage fee, and how irresponsible the city of Eagle Pass acted and not doing everything they can to protect, to prevent, to proactively prevent this death. It did not have to happen. Rest in peace, that young man. Uh, God bless their family. They must be going through a hardship, but it's upsetting that they have to go through that because the city makes a lot of money in their drainage with their drainage fee that they charge. And that's exactly where that funding goes to protect and take care of any flooding situation. Did it look like the city of Eagle Pass was ready for a flooding situation? No, they're not. They're not. I have not seen anybody proactively addressing our flooding issues since Hector Chavez was the public works director slash whenever he went to city manager. I have not seen anybody do as much as that man did for drainage, and that's just the honest truth about that. Um, now, another thing, she made a video talking about the mayor candidate Monica Cruz. She made a video about wanting to do something about the alleys, make them decorative in the downtown area, make them more appealing, and utilize that space. Great idea. Do you know where the councilwoman got this idea? it was already there. It wasn't her idea. That's what I'm telling everybody here is Monica Cruz is not who she says she is. This thing about the alleys that she went on and did a video on, the truth is it wasn't her idea at all. It was Arturo Marquez's, the former economic development director, that flew the coop a long time ago. He established, made, got with in partnership with some, I don't know if they were developers, planners, but they were the ones that actually came up with the idea of the beautifying the alleys and utilizing that space, which is a good idea. And it's seen in many downtown areas where you're trying to utilize every single space within a downtown area. And it's a good idea, only it was not former councilwoman, mayor candidate Monica Cruz's idea. Now, do you really want, guys, everybody watching out there? I thank y'all. Is this the kind of candidate do we want? Now, I'm not telling you to go vote for anybody, but what I'm telling you is when there's so many things, so many questionable items coming out, the voter fraud thing, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. If it really is voter fraud, we have a whole list of items here that we needed to talk to you about because we're getting closer and closer to this election. And it's shaping up to be one of the most pivotal elections in the city of Eagle Pass. This is going to decide what happens the next 4 years, guys. Monica Cruz has had 4 years already. What does she have to show for it? Now, again, with those alleyways, was not her idea. Arturo Marquez, who was the economic development director, already had that in a downtown master plan. So it's not her coming up with these things. She is reaching, trying to find anything she can to try to get votes. I mean, it's my opinion that she got all of Casa's side. I believe that all of Casa's followers, voters, all the people that were helping Jesus Casas, I believe that they came over here and now they're trying to push Monica Cruz. Um, and again, that's just my opinion. And we saw the results of the recount just recently, and it was stapled again that Aaron Valdez did have the most votes in the mayor candidate in the mayor race in the general election. They went through the recount, they manually counted, and Aaron was still on top. I think there were 5 votes missing from each. So I don't know what was going on with that wild goose chase. But it's funny because it seems that they were expecting something different, and then boom, there you go. He lost. I mean, Aaron Valdez was the top vote getter. Now, it's going to be interesting moving forward because uh, Councilwoman Jessica Ramon, Councilman Elias Diaz, they are both invested in their running mate, their ticket, Aaron Valdez winning, again, because it would be the majority. They would have the majority to decide what they can do moving forward. The thing that could stop them would be Monica Cruz running. But Monica Cruz had Jorge Sierra, had Alberto Rodriguez running with her. I don't think we're going to see much support coming from Jorge Sierra's camp or Alberto Rodriguez's camp just for the fact that they don't have any skin in the game anymore. They don't benefit out of this. They're not going to win a position anymore. So to me, that will, I mean, their people are not going to come out to vote for Monica. Monica's people are going to come out to vote for Monica, but not Arturo Rodriguez's. I mean, yeah, Alberto Rodriguez, I'm sorry. Not Jorge Sierra's people. it's going to be Monica's people that's going to come out and vote. Um, Now, we recently saw where we were able to, advocate us as a community for all of a sudden the police chief. They were holding back you guys through participating in one of the posts that we put out saying that, Amy Gonzalez deserved that position rightfully. And you guys supported it. You guys kept on commenting. You were rooting for her, and you guys are that strong that you got it done. You guys were able to get what's right and Amy Gonzalez into that police chief position. Not only that, you guys were able to do something about those city employees that were promised an increase in their salaries. You were able to get them this salary increase, this raise, you guys out there. Why? Because we posted something and you guys commented on it. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the general election was over and Monica Cruz saw that she was losing, what was the first thing that popped up in executive session to get done? I believe it was an executive session. Maybe not. It could have been an open session. But one of the items that was there that they needed to get done immediately was the employee pay raise. Do you see the pattern that is developing here? Monica Cruz does not get anything done until it benefits her. Why didn't she address these abandoned buildings her 4 years as a city councilwoman? It didn't benefit her. Now that she's running for mayor, it benefits her to use this again with you guys to gain support. You see how that works? Allie's in the downtown area. 4 years as a city councilwoman. 4 years. Did you do anything about those alleys downtown? No. But it benefits her if she talks about these alleys right now because she is running to be mayor. Do you see how former councilwoman, mayor candidate Monica Cruz works? Nothing happens unless it benefits her first. Nothing passes unless she benefits first. Nothing gets done unless she benefits first. That has been former Councilwoman Monica Cruz's motive from the get go. She had us all fooled. Now, let's see if we can get you some of these things that we're talking about. I'm not sure if you guys have been able to see what these videos are, but we can go ahead and try to show you guys, right? You guys deserve to know what's going on and what it is. We just might have to go to another profile. Again, many of y'all know that Monica Cruz actually blocked us from her public forum, and that's something that you can get sued for doing. We have a poll going on right now, guys. If you haven't gotten on there, do you think mayor candidate Monica Cruz is committing election fraud by having 10 registered voters from Mexico registered at her home address? We right now it's not it's still open. 73% say yes, it's election fraud. 27% say no, it's not election fraud. Let us know what y'all think. That one is still open. We'll be giving results of some of these podcasts. Look at that. We got a couple of people on. We're showing you us there. Anyways, we were looking for So y'all can see some of these videos that we're talking about. We even will show. There you go, abandoned videos. Okay, are y'all able to hear this? As you can see, she's there again. What I call show. I don't know what y'all feel about it, but where was this 4 years ago? Great idea, Councilwoman Monica Cruz, or former councilwoman. I mean, it's a good idea. Very good idea of what you're saying. Yes, we have abandoned buildings. Something should be done about these abandoned buildings. But why in 4 years as a city councilwoman, you never did anything about these abandoned buildings? All of this is smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. One hell of a job on the video edit. I will say that. But again, guys, the main thing here is that why was this not done a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? That's the thing that it's hard to understand why these things were not done. It does not make any sense. Now, here's another one. And this one is solely my opinion. Um, Monica Cruz needs to get off Chat GPT first, but my opinion on this situation is that, all right, I don't think you guys are liking too much of this, going through these things, right? So let me go ahead and shut that down. Losing a couple of viewers on there, but okay, look, we have this fake profile on here. Fake profile says, yeah, yeah, just blaming one person. You know, fake profile, it's real obvious when you have a certain way of talking, and not many dumbasses use the word yeah like that. Anyways, just blaming one person. Hold on. This little thing, little timer. Yeah. Stop blaming one person. When there are other three council and a mayor, it's not only her making decisions. No, it's not only her making decisions. You're right. But don't you think that the former city councilwoman could have made a video about the abandoned buildings 4 years ago and addressed that situation while she was a city councilwoman? Could she have dressed the alleys in the downtown while she was a city councilman? Why wait until she is a running for mayor? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Is that how convenient it is that now that you're running for mayor, now you want to fix all these things that you never fixed while you were there for 4 years, or even tried or made an attempt to do something about it. So, what we were going to tell you as well is that during our lunch break, we were able to attend a wonderful ceremony that was put on for Miss Sara Montemayor. She has been the county clerk for 35 years. That feat alone is amazing, right? So we were able to attend this during our lunch hour, and it was funny that we did see former Councilwoman Monica Cruz there. And as we were walking in to where they were having the celebration for her, we ran into former Councilwoman Monica Cruz. She looked at me, put her head down, and just walked right away. Um, you know, and it's funny because I saw that she posted something celebrating, this great feat by Miss Sara Montemayor. But the only thing that I could help to think is how fake a person can be if you just show up to take pictures so you can say, oh, thank you very much, or celebrate somebody, but you don't even stay for the ceremony. Now, a lot of people took their lunch break, sat down there. Many elected officials were there. Many, people that were invited by Miss Montemayor, the county clerk. But like I said, Monica Cruz, the mayor candidate, was there for a whole 5 seconds, a minute at the most. And she was out there. She was gone. She was just there for an appearance and she left. But she did take a picture and said some nice, hearty words to Miss Montemayor, which is well deserved. It's nothing against Miss Montemayor, right? But I'm trying to paint you a picture of who former councilwoman Monica Cruz really is publicly. Her public way of being, how she conducts herself as a former city councilwoman, mayor candidate. I mean, she wouldn't give us an interview. You guys know how that story went out. I was with my daughter actually on the general election, the day of the election, and I went by and I interviewed every single candidate. And in front of my daughter, wow, had choice words and stuff. And, I know she was upset, and that's fine. It's okay to be upset. I think all of us get upset. But to have that kind of character, to still throw out, insults to whatever when I'm being professional. I mean, I think that certain people, especially if you're an elected official, should be able to have that emotional intelligence not to burst out, especially to a constituent or even that a member of the news media. And I think that is very telling on somebody of their character and of who they really are. You don't really get to know somebody until they have pressure on them. You don't get to really know somebody until their back's against the wall, and that's just a fact. Anybody can fake something while everything is good and interacting. But when you press somebody, that's when the true character comes out. That's when you find out whether this person is a calm, collected, can handle stressful situations on the fly, and where, on the other hand, another person pressed against the wall starts blurting out, starts being sarcastic, starts yelling to get their point across. It's very important, guys, because this is for mayor of the next 4 years. It's not anything that should be taken lightly. Again, we've already talked about how Monica Cruz has benefited from having the city manager Homero Valderas. I'd hate to say like a lapdog, but I mean, it's obvious that Monica Cruz is able to call shots using the city manager as a surrogate to carry out her bidding. Now, remember, we do have allegations coming in from former finance director Jesse Rodriguez, where he's stating that the city council made decisions to get him terminated from the city of Eagle Pass. And that comes in the form from then acting city manager, now assistant city manager Ivan Murua. Jesse claims that Ivan Murua was told, and he told Jesse, the former finance director, that the city council had given him a directive to terminate him immediately and he would not be able to seek any sort of recourse or any remedy afterwards, right? So you have one instance of a claim that the city council does get involved with personnel. I mean, did they get involved when the hiring of Homero Valderas? Again, we've already proven to you guys that we saw when Councilwoman Monica Cruz jumped in as a city councilwoman, was fighting and fighting the fact that Yolanda Ramon, former councilwoman, had nepotism issues, not only with a nephew that worked at the recycling center, but also with the bridge director that was Homero Valderas. And at the time, there was a big concern because during COVID, when all of our law enforcement officers, all of our fire um, department guys, all of our first responders got a minimal raise, yet el yerno del city, former city councilwoman, um, Yolanda Ramon, received a hefty raise at a bridge that was rarely used during COVID. What explanation could that be? What explanation could they have to approve that? That was approved because Monica Cruz turned around on all of us. She turned her backs on us and she became part of the corruption within the city that she promised she was going to take down. That happened, guys. And she tricked you, she tricked me, she tricked everybody. What can we expect? What can we expect if she becomes the city of Eagle Pass mayor? More double crossing, more backstabbing, more me, more things don't get done unless I benefit. That's happening, guys. That is happening. She had a couple of baseball players of her team hired at Public Works. She was involved with the hiring of her associates and their families over there at the school district. Yeah, all that is happening, and that's fine and dandy, guys. But the thing is that they're putting their people in positions. Oh yeah, at Parks and Rec, they hired another Lozoya there. I mean, between the school district and the city, everybody's named Lozoya there. The issue with that is that for every Lozoya that gets a job because of Monica Cruz, that's a job that your family member doesn't get. That's a job that you don't get. That's a job that you guys are not going to be able to get because there's going to be a Lozoya down somewhere that Monica Cruz is going to push to hire. So yeah, when we were there for that celebration with Miss Sara, you saw Monica Cruz. I swear, less than 5 minutes in that celebration, and I congratulate the rest of the elected officials that are busy, and all the other people that attended because they stayed through the whole ceremony. They didn't dip in, take a picture, and then leave, and then post something to try to make it seem like, yay, I was here. I mean, that's fake, guys. I mean, I don't know what your definition of fake might be, but in my book, that's the fakest thing I've ever seen. Now, Monica Cruz has even gone far enough to talk about the Maverick Times in general, talking about how, we're or she doesn't. She has the right to block the Maverick Times, which we've already explained the situation about her campaign page being her city council days page. Um, Chloe. And her page has risen to the level of a public forum. When that happens, guys, your page is a public forum because one, she was a city councilwoman and she has the authority to give out official updates on behalf of the city council or on behalf of the city. Two, she's using that same page where she made a public forum. She's using it for her campaign. The public forum status does not fall off because you're changing it to a campaign page because it's already established as a public forum. You would have to go back and erase all the official updates that you gave as a city councilwoman of, in official capacity to go back to a regular private page. And there's been a lot of people out there that think that, you know, they know something, but shit, Google's your friend, bro. Fucking Google that shit. Read your laws, read your case law. That is what dictates America. You can think one thing, but if it's not on case law, it's not happening. Read your case law, guys. It's simple nowadays. Google that shit. We don't have the same disadvantages that our parents had where, you know, where are they going to get this information from? They have to go to school to get books. We don't. We had this damn computer. Type something up and you'll find it real quick. So, we've talked about a lot of things. We were talking about how Monica Cruz actually went as far as to say certain things about the Maverick Times. You guys know that she's blocked us, and that's, you know, violating our First Amendment rights. I know many of y'all have reached out to us, and she's blocked you guys as well. Again, violation of our constitutional rights. Now, we could sue her and try to get unblocked, but nothing's going to happen for a while, and it wouldn't be, we would just be wasting money to get unblocked for what? The election is going to be over. So, I mean, can we do anything about it? Yes. Is she in the wrong? As per the case law that currently exists, she is wrong in blocking a news media, and she is wrong in blocking you guys as residents, as her constituency. It's wrong. That's why we don't block people. We don't participate in that. I mean, we're not even an elected official. Get that. So you've seen all the targets that we've been getting at, and it's because we're telling you guys the truth of what Monica Cruz is doing here in the city of Eagle Pass. Um, and yeah, she had a recent interview with the news media that does crashes and car chases and dog chases and whatever, right? The Eagle Pass Texas News. She did an interview with them. He's trying to do the podcast, but I mean, I don't know if you ever watched them. I don't understand what the hell's going on with them, or what rhyme or reason or anything is having to do with that. So, anyways, they're so she's in that interview, and around halfway of the interview or so, it's brought up about her blocking the Maverick Times. So she is told, you know, hey, this is going on, and she responds by saying that no, why am I gonna have him on my page? And it's disappointing when it gets like this, but she turns around and says that I don't have respect for myself and I don't have respect for my family. You know, My thing is that how much under her skin do I have to get to come out and disrespect me, even though I am not running for an election? I was gonna show you the video, but I won't give her any time here, right? Um, but it's pretty bad because you guys saw her little news media that she created. You don't know Jack or whatever it's called, and that guy was attacking me. Mind you, I'm a member of the media. I'm having fun here. We're giving you guys facts that no one else gives you because they're trying to hide that from you. That is why I'm getting attacked. That's why you see bullshit on Compre y Vendo about my past, this, that, and the other. They don't tell you the whole story, I'll tell you that. And then they even bring my family into it. My family has nothing to do with what I do. And it is what it is. I can tell you, my mom, my brother, my dad, they're extremely proud of me. They're extremely proud. Uh, they are proud that I have los pinches huevos aquí when you have anonymous participants out there, for whatever lack of a reason, gotta throw anonymous posts and all that. And I don't even think anybody reads those nowadays. It's like, come on, anonymous posts. Who wants to pay attention? I'm not saying that there isn't some truth in every anonymous post, but those anonymous posts are made to damage people. And I think when you move in the direction or in the path working towards to damage people, I think you're doing that in the wrong sense. Now, if you're there trying to tell the facts, trying to be honest, trying to be the truth, showing you guys documents, showing you guys a record of people, and if it damages their public record, I mean, that's a different story. But I'm saying that to say this: there's a reason they're doing what they're doing. There's a reason why they're talking shit about me. There's a reason why they're coming at me with everything they can. There's a reason why they try to discredit me, guys. You have seen this time and time again. It's election season, and when I start showing the public the truth about the candidates, that's what happened. I get attacked. They try to scare me off. They try to intimidate me. I have people trying to get me to lose my job where I have a family to feed, a family of six to feed. But because of what I do here, tell you guys the truth, bring you the facts about candidates that are tricking you guys, that do not have your best interest. They don't care about your best interests. That's when I start getting attacked. That's when I have Beavis and Butthead showing up at my work trying to talk bad about me, about something that I do in my private time outside of my work because I have to, because I have a family of six to feed, one kid in college. I'm just working my ass off, guys. And yet, still, I get attacked. They're trying to make me lose my job, a job that I am very good at, very, very good at. Um, but hey, I think what is most important is for me to let you guys know the truth. The truth about this abandoned building video that was just published. Why not do that 4 years ago? The truth about how this woman, this candidate, is trying to trick all of us by showing up to a ceremony for 5 minutes. when people that do care were there the whole time to listen to the words, to listen to the speeches given, to meet with everybody there in that building. Why do you think that she left so quickly? Um, you know, I never understood why news medias get attacked by outside trying to shoot their credibility. Now, you have oh, I'll jump to that one right now. One of the funny things, and I'll say this because it's funny. What they're starting to call former councilwoman Mónica Cruz, que le dicen el yo-yo, porque todo dice que yo hice esto, yo estoy haciendo esto, yo hice esto, yo. Somebody told me that joke. I had to share it. The yo-yo councilwoman. Somebody shared that with me earlier. I wanted to share with everybody else, but um, there's been some accusations out there saying that about the media that we're working together with Aron and all these things. And it's funny because it comes from this certain person that is just projecting their own actions in their news. And it's crazy. I've never seen such an emotional male in my life. I mean, there's some, yes, but in my opinion, the emotional and the mood swings of this individual is off the charts. Um, it's crazy because how you can go from saying you don't agree with some news media, but then emotional media comes over here and joins forces, right, with a political tabloid. You are who you hang out with. You hang out with political tabloids, you write the same stories as political tabloids, you become a political tabloid. And it's funny, and I don't even have to say names. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Um, but there's always accusations. Usually, when people accuse you of stuff, it's because they're doing it themselves. Huh. This is a good one, Bruce. What about Monica having support throw around false accusations without proof, like Christopher Lee claiming, I don't clown him for being an amputee, but won't post gunshot. Yeah. I mean, look, I'd like to think that all of you guys can read through the bullshit. I mean, anytime we say something, guys, we show it to you. We show you the proof. We show you everything. You guys can always guarantee that we have something to show you guys. That's the way we like to do things. Because why am I going to tell you this story without showing you any backup? It doesn't make sense. We showed you a text message that Ruben Camarillo is working with Monica Cruz since day one. We know this because we have a leaked text message that was shared to us, or a Facebook message. He admits himself he's working with Monica Cruz. And then we know the Latinos working with Monica Cruz because that big old front page is there. Could the Latinos still be paying back David Salcedo for the 60,000 he was given during COVID? It's a lot of funding for a year for one newspaper, especially when the closest one was about $40,000 away. Guys, everything is coming out to light. Everything. Uh, right now, you're saying about Christopher Lee. Great. I have nothing against the guy. His son has a hell of an arm. He's my quarterback in football. Great guy. I have nothing bad to say about him. Love his kid. He's my quarterback. He's a great friend to my son. So there's no hard feelings or anything like that. But you see, the people that are supporting Monica are the same people that are supporting David, that have supported David Salcedo. You see that. That's clear. You guys put away David Salcedo for everything that he has done to this community. You guys already did it. You guys put them away. You guys said, David Salcedo, you are no longer going to be here. Yet, somebody brought him back from the grave. Somebody put him there in the bridge to be a director where he's hiring all of his old cronies again, hiring his people again. You guys don't get those jobs because Salcedo's people are going to get that job. Is that fair? Is that what you want when Monica Cruz wins this race? That's what's going to happen. David Salcedo is going to continue being David, hiring all his old staff over there, using all the funding from the bridge to give out contracts to his buddies. It's the same thing he's always done. He's going to continue to do that with your tax dollars, in my opinion. Esa maña no se quita. It is what it is. And like perfect example that I can tell you, look at the people supporting Monica Cruz. They are the same people that supported David Salcedo. The Latino is a cancer to politics. Like I said, all his political candidates always lose. She should have seen that from the get-go. You get promotions or ads from the Latino, you're probably going to lose. Yeah, it's because the Latino's not a good person. The page is it's not a good thing. They don't do good in this community. They don't benefit this community. I mean, come on, 60,000 during COVID when no other news media or publication came anywhere near that? What other proof do we need that these guys are in bed together, not to benefit the community, but to benefit themselves? To continue this political machine that former Councilwoman Monica Cruz has given life to. She brought him back, guys. Look at that. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yum Yum Tree 1.0 leaves fertilizer to help Yum Yum Tree 2.0 grow. There was just enough left from that Yum Yum Tree. It's like in Karate Kid, guys. In Karate Kid, when it's like in Karate Kid with the bonsai, boom, boom, boom. They took out what they could of the roots of the old Yum Yum tree. I don't know, sass at the city now. Now they have their Yum Yum tree over here growing. Salcedo's watering that sucker. You best believe he's watering it. To grow it, to do what? In my opinion, nothing but benefit himself, his people, so he can rise again and control our tax dollars the way he did before. And let me tell you guys, we're still trying to track all the COVID funding that he gave out that a lot of you did not receive because they only went to certain people. We're still on that trail. This is the same guy that did that. So a vote for Monica Cruz, the mayor candidate, is a vote to continue the corruption that David Salcedo has brought in the past. And I can tell you that from an eyewitness point of view. When I worked in the county, I worked for a time under David Salcedo. The things I saw of how that administration was run, it would scare the crap out of you as a taxpayer. That is the reason why I left the county, because I was not going to be a part of the corruption that he wanted me to be a part of. And I left. Guys, we brought you as much as we could about Monica Cruz. Guys, there's a lot of things that are going to be coming out. One of the most important things to notice is the character that this woman has. The character of this candidate is very important. Look at how she conducts herself in public. Look how she avoids media. Look how she avoids any hard questions, but will go with, not established media, a quote unquote self proclaimed journalist, right? What is the intention of that? I'm not trying to, you know, those are facts. I'm not trying to down disrespect anybody. But if you didn't want to get a certain information let out, wouldn't you go with the person that pays you or that you're paying? It's a trick, guys. We're all being tricked. That's the reason I'm getting attacked. That's the reason they're talking about me on the Compre Vendos. That's the reason why you have anonymous posts about me. That's the reason why you have fake accounts throwing everything they can at me to intimidate me, to scare me. They're trying to make me lose my job. All right. That's how far they're willing to go to get rid of me, to scare me, so I don't tell you the truth of Councilwoman Monica Cruz, former Councilwoman Monica Cruz, and her actions as a public figure, her actions as a councilwoman, her actions as a candidate for mayor. This is what they are trying to stop me from doing, guys. They're doing these things to me because they're after your tax dollars. I want to know how she's still in the race if she's at fault for the 57 South Festival theft. Well, that's a big story. I would say she was involved. I think it's a stretch to say it's her fault, but the involvement that she did have in there is somewhat substantial. We are still trying to dig how exactly the voting went. It's hard to get information of things that happened in executive session, but we're trying to pull every channel to see what the extension, the extent of her involvement in the 57 South Music Festival. Again, I know she's been a big proponent of wanting to know things or wanting to know what happened, but it does seem like we're being kind of played or so slow played on this. So we're reopening some of the information that we have gotten before, and we're looking to see what other information that we need to be able to bridge the gap and tell you guys what no other news media tells you. Investigative journalism. That's what we do. We investigate. It takes us a little bit to bring out our information, but you can count on that we bring out our information and that we do know what we're talking about, unlike some others out there. But guys, the election is coming up. It's in June. It's right around the corner. A couple of weeks, we're going to be voting for our next mayor for the next 4 years. I would never tell you how to vote. I just ask you vote. One, that you vote. Two, that you vote responsibly. Vote responsibly, please. The next 4 years are going to dictate where we go from here. One person has had the 4 years and has shown you what she can do and what she can't do and what she's willing to do. And the next person, hey, maybe we as citizens can get him to do what we want. Because right now, I don't think Monica Cruz is doing the best or doing what's in the best interest of the city of Eagle Pass. Hiring your compadres, your alliances, your establishment at high peaks or high positions it never works out, guys. Excuse me. It never works out. I've seen this many times. I've worked with the city for close to 15 years. I've worked with the county for another four. I've worked with the city of Del Rio as well. I had my own grant writing business. I've seen these things from the inside, from the outside, from the sideways, upside down. I've seen them from every which way that you can think of. But the one thing I will tell you is that it is dangerous to have a real estate broker as a mayor. Now, think about this. Why did Monica Cruz, the mayor candidate, only last a couple of months as the county planner? Do you think that she was just setting things up to her benefit? Do you think that she was maybe moving things around to benefit real estate agents or real estate brokers, allowing them to take shortcuts on your homes, your houses? Hell, we're looking into an investigation that she wanted to get rid of a certain testing that was being done for concrete, the stress test, because it cost a couple of $1,000s, for contractors. But then you have, people buying houses and then in a year their floor cracks. What? Again, it is dangerous notion in my opinion if you have a mayor that is a real estate broker that is going to save money for the developers, that is going to save money for the construction guys, and the first thing that they'll cut out is the safety stuff to protect you, like the stress tests for the concrete. But you have so many foundations out here in Eagle Pass cracking because of the heat and the clay that we have all around our community. The soil, it's clay some areas, and that it affects. It does affect your foundation. And it's important to have these tests because these tests make sure that concrete is at the right adequate strength. So again, I'm going to leave you with that. You need to be sure that you make an educated decision about who you vote for in this upcoming mayor election runoff. Very important. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. This was the Maverick Times, episode 41, with the concerns of mayor candidate Monica Cruz's campaign. We'll see y'all. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow or Friday, where we'll be interviewing mayor candidate Aaron Valdez. Good night. Thank y'all for joining. We'll see ya.